Welcome back to The Influence, a social media
That boy
podcast.
is gay, and I really believe that.
Have you ever wondered what your favorite social media personalities think about going viral, their followers, or being considered an influencer? Wonder no more. Abby, Jean, and Nate welcome popular influencers to chat about all things social media, what real life is like, and more. Let's take a peek behind the upload. And now, Abby, Jean, and my favorite ginger, Nate.
Welcome back to The Influence, a social media podcast. My name is Nate. Abby Jean is in the house.
Holla for Darla.
Ooh.
Ooh. Got kisses on my shirt. It's
Valentine's
Valentine's Day. Kiss them kisses.
Give us some kisses.
Well, it is Valentine's Day.
It is officially when people hear this.
Do we know what Valentine's Day is about?
Ooh, that's a good question. It is.
Yeah.
I believe it's Saint Valentine's. Here we go with our, we're like 100 years old Googling everything.
100 years old Googling things. Yeah, Saint Valentine's Day, February 14th, when lovers express their affection with greetings and gifts. Given their similarities, it has been suggested that the holiday has origins in the Roman festival of Lupercalia.
And it says he is also a patron saint of epilepsy and beekeepers. What?
No, it doesn't.
I swear.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, on Wiki. At
Epilepsy
the bottom.
and beekeeping?
Yeah. WTF.
What?
What?
I was watching a video the other day about how to make cold brew.
Yeah.
And I realized why I don't like it.
Why? Okay. Why don't you like it? First of all.
Well, I like my coffee like always this color.
Okay.
It's got to have all the cream.
Right.
But it's like sharp.
Yeah. That's what I love about it.
Sharp.
I
But
need
can't
it to
be
like
sharp.
jolt my blood.
I want it to like give me kisses on the inside.
Oh, no. See, I like to be fucked up after I drink it.
That would be like a funny question. You describe what you would like your body to do to your insides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true. Because
You want
there's
it to
definitely, like the comforting coffee drinkers or like the espresso crazy people.
But then if you get like a Starbucks latte, that'll fuck your day up.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
It's like big girl coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I have a side note.
Tell me.
What do we know about, you remember the Scream movies?
Obsessed.
Okay. This, I before we
Vivid
got on, I was
memory.
like, I really,
Of
Good.
going to the theater with my dad to see the first Scream. And it's my favorite horror movie to date. Love the
Okay.
franchise. Haven't seen the new one.
okay, this
Perfect.
is exactly what I wanted to hear from you.
Perfect.
So 1996, you
Yes.
were,
I was 14.
okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
My parents had gotten divorced when I was like 11. So my dad and I were like doing like, bachelor things, going to
Yeah.
the movies,
Yeah.
getting
Yes.
dinner. Vivid memory.
Yes. So I was just listening to a podcast about like with the cast and everybody, and they were talking about this like fandom, but I was like kind of young. I mean, I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
So I was like very late in the game.
Mm.
And I feel like I wasn't old enough, and like I didn't get into it, and now I'm so intrigued.
Oh, it's so good. And it
Yes.
like changed the horror movie genre a lot because it was the first, it like reinvented it, and it like sparked all of these newer movies like House on Haunted Hill, like all of these newer version horror movies where in the past it was just like that classic, like The Shining and stuff like that horror genre. And this kind of like reinvented the game. And of course there were these huge like surprises. I was like primetime age, early teens, have been got the VHS for Christmas that year. Loved it.
Watched it over and over.
Fucking wore that shit out.
Yeah. And they were talking about that, and it was funny because the guy, I'm gonna botch his last name. David Archuleta.
Oh, Dave.
What's his name? Am I so wrong?
David. Well, David Archuleta.
Am I so? Is it a different human?
It's a different human.
Wait.
Different skill set. David Archuleta
Arquette.
Yes, thank you. Oh, I knew you could get it.
But yeah, David Arquette was talking about how, like, in the new one, they were talking about how they wanted to bring in like a kid. And he said the same thing. He was like, no, like we steered away from that. Like movies like The Shining, who always have the scary twin, like, you know.
Right.
But I was like, oh man, I feel like I need to find them all somewhere and watch them in, you know,
in order. Right.
And then there was like a big controversy over one of them. Do you know which one?
Ooh.
Or like got a lot of hate for not being as good.
Ooh, I don't know the number. I know that Courtney Cox's bangs are discussed a lot because
her like 3 bangs.
Yeah, she had those like extra short, not even like pixie. They were like just ridiculously short bangs.
But there were 4.
Yeah, there were just 4. Singular bang. No, I couldn't tell you which number was.
It was
criticized.
Number 3.
Really?
And then they talked about how, well, it came out the same year that Columbine had happened. So they were trying to, because I guess it's like more of like a lighthearted, funny one. And they were saying, they were like, the director read the room.
Read the room.
The country.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, you know, all we really had to do was hear the behind the scenes and maybe people wouldn't talk so much shit about
criticize. Yeah. And I feel like it's just this cult classic now, but this franchise that's been kept alive because of like the diehard fans.
Following.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like they demand more, give us more, scream. So yeah, I'm excited to see the new one for sure. There's Rosanna Arquette, there's Patricia Arquette. They're both actresses that you would probably recognize. Is this crazy that I know so much about the Arquette family?
I knew you would.
But,
that's why I'm asking.
So you would recognize those 2 sisters, but Alexis Arquette is like one of the first trans women who like transitioned in the 80s and had work as an actor like before she transitioned, but then has since continued as an actress, like is well respected, like serious actress now as a trans woman. Yeah. The Arquette family. I mean, you could really go down a rabbit hole on Wikipedia. Yeah.
And then I forgot he was married to Courtney Cox and they had a child and all this stuff. And I was like, I'm literally like folding my laundry, like
just amazed. Yeah.
Amazed.
And they were married like late 90s when it was super cool for celebrities to name their kids like crazy stuff like Apple.
Screwdriver.
Apple, what's her name?
Mountain.
Gwyneth and what's his name's
Paltrow's
daughter? Yeah.
Kid is
so
Apple.
She was born around the same time, named Apple, and their daughter's name is Coco Arquette. So she was like one of those Hollywood kids that was like the weird name at the time. But if you think about it now, Coco is like
so cute.
Not even, yeah, it's so cute.
No, like her friends would have called her that anyway, even if her name was Catherine.
Right. Yeah, it speaks to like these character, like I feel like the Scream movies have definitely these character actors, you know, that they can keep portraying these
same characters.
The same character, yeah.
For 25 years.
That you just don't get sick of, that you want to see more and more of. And
kind of like
our
girl
Darla. No,
Darla. Miss
our
Kendahl.
Friend, yes, Kendahl. Oh my God.
Oh,
how much did we laugh when we filmed this with Kendahl?
I think this is the interview we laughed the most in.
The most. Yeah. And I kind of put pressure on her in the beginning. I was like, we just want to sit here and laugh at you for the next hour. So if you could just make that happen, we'd be grateful. And she delivered.
She is like one of those people though that like I remember the first video I saw of her was way back and she was doing Darla and it was something, you know, like she was being her mom and like talking about like how the neighbor like, you know, wouldn't do all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just think what a absolutely stunningly perfect way to do that.
Yeah. You can like address the
this
shit show that's happening in our country in a comedic way.
and it was so good. And then I like immediately hit follow, and then like a couple weeks later she was like driving across the country with her mom, and I was like,
Yes.
I am so here for this.
Yes. She does a good mix of, obviously the characters daily that we love and get to see, but then also this mix of real life too. Like
I
that,
know.
adding the comedy to driving cross country with her mom. She just uploaded some behind the scenes when she was at Kleinfeld's for
Yes.
the Say Yes to the Dress.
Toddlers and Tiaras,
Yes.
the dance moms. Like it is absolutely comedic gold. And she's one of those people too that like every character, like obviously we know it's her, but
Yeah.
she embodies that character
Yes.
and nails it.
Yes. She uploaded a new Toddlers and Tiaras this week, and the name of the girl is
Yes.
like Trina Tinsley or something, and she like beats the shit out of her mom, and
And it's so good though.
she was
And
like,
it's so good.
Trina Tinsley got arrested for
Got
Grand Theft
arrested in the
Auto
parking
this
lot.
week for nudity.
She, oh my gosh. And each episode that comes out about that, first of all, the kid's name is always so funny.
Yes.
And like those videos, I do believe she keeps at 1 minute.
Yeah.
And it is like packed
The
with like
perfect length too.
3 of the best sentences I've ever heard created.
yes. She just launched her YouTube channel, which I'm excited for a little longer videos of all
Yes.
of her characters. But as far as TikTok goes, oh man, it is the perfect just glimpse of these people. Mwah, just perfect.
So good. It's
love
so
it.
good. And it was so fun to just sit down and chat with her because, whenever I was texting you about this the other day, like when you hear somebody or you're used to hearing them in a character and this, and then you sit down, like we sat down with her for over an hour
Yeah.
and you just see them be who they are. It makes it that even better because you're like,
Yes.
where do you pull these people out of?
Yes.
They're all just like inside your brain.
Right.
I love it.
I didn't even ask her to do any impressions or any characters because we were
No.
just so
Love and Kendahl.
loving Kendahl. Absolutely.
I know.
She's got lofty goals, and I think we
She
will definitely
does.
see her doing big things.
Let's take a peek behind the upload with Kendahl Landreth.
Let's kick it.
Let's kick it.